it's funny, I didn't save the settings. I was like, you know what? Let me not even mess with that. Let's see. Taking forever to publish. There we go.
All right. Now we're on. We on. Like Donkey Kong.
Check our volumes. Okay. I don't know, a little technical difficulty. Don't know what happened, but we're back. You want to say that over again?
Back. Like Jack.
Like Jack. So
anyway, welcome to the Sandy and Anthony show.
try and do your little thing. Well, I feel like I'm always getting pushed out.
Yeah, you feel better now.
Yeah, it's just weird. I feel like I don't know. Anyways, now, yeah, I don't know what happened. That was so weird. But what's going on, Nikki?
Hi, Nikki.
It's in the building.
What's going on?
Let me at least go back to the thing. That kind of sucks.
Anyway,
go ahead. You could talk, cause
she likes my blouse, but it's actually a dress. Yay, it's my dress. Well, thank you. She don't like your clothes though. She said you're boring and gray.
I wear a lot of it.
She didn't say that. I was just making that up. Anyway, what is going on?
Nikki, what actually happened? How did all of a sudden we get dropped?
What's up, Frank? How's it going? Your boy Frank on here.
Yeah, Frank. What happened? How did we get kicked off?
They didn't like us. They was like, man, the Sandy and Anthony show. That means they're gonna be that segment of Daisy and Boring Dookie. It was like, we gotta get this off the air.
Some haters, man. Haters.
Anyway.
I'm just
sending out to peoples or what?
I mean, seeing how we had all those people there, and then the show just got ended some strange way.
Nikki said, I don't know. All I saw was your Avon ad.
My Avon ad?
That's strange.
What do you mean my Avon ad?
Hi, Anthony and Sandy. I call you Cowboy. Mike. What's up, Mike? And Frank said, don't know. Maybe Google having issues or Comcast got issues.
I think Frank did something. Remoted in on me.
Nikki said, hi, Mike. And Frank said, hi, Mike.
Savage love.
Anyway, come on, hurry up and send out those things so we can get the show on there.
Alright, girl, I mean, you could still talk while I'm doing my thing. While I'm the technician in the background.
You want me to start topics? Exactly. No, you don't want me to start with topics, so be quiet.
What you mean?
So, Nikki, what's going on? What's up, Frank? What you guys do all day? Nikki said it started out saying you would be coming on soon, then out of nowhere your ad came on.
An ad for what? Avon? Avon ad?
Like your little post or whatever for Avon, she's probably talking about. And Frank said, don't blame it on me. What I fix works.
That's his slogan. What I fix works. Yo, Frank, that could be a shirt.
That's a good slogan.
Yeah, right? What I fix works.
You hear that, guys? So if you need something fixed on your computer or electronics, Frank's your man.
All right, guys, check this out.
And Frank said work and more work. That's what they've been up to.
Well, check this out. Today is Sandy Day because all of the topics is going to be brought to you by Sandy Beaches.
Except for one.
Okay.
The first topic of tonight is Nikki's topic.
Okay.
Spotted lanternflies. Okay? So I heard about spotted lanternflies a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they very first said they were like spotted in Pennsylvania or something. And they're not supposed to be anywhere around here because they come from China.
Okay.
So anyway, spotted lanternflies, if you haven't heard of them, they destroy crops. So the big deal about them being in New Jersey is New Jersey has a lot of farmland. So if you see a spotted lanternfly, you're supposed to call. I wish I would have found out the number or whatever.
Right.
But you're supposed to call a state and say, "Hey, I seen spotted lanternflies," and when you see them, you're supposed to kill them. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, they do not want them to thrive, and
No.
because they procreate too fast.
No.
So if you see eggs, which you can look up online what they look like, or if you see any spotted lanternflies, you're supposed to kill them and report it.
What happened to the whole endangered species thing?
They're not part of our species over here, so they belong back in China.
That sounds so bad.
That's where they came from.
Segregating these insects.
That's where they came from.
Listen, they came over here to probably get a better life. Just because they doing it like Christopher Columbus did, don't mean we should, get rid of them.
And Nikki said she's not feeling good today.
Oh.
And Nikki said Frank already has a shirt that says #1 IT guy.
Nice.
And Frank said, the one, the only, the world can't handle two of me.
Ah, that was his thing. Oh, my boy Dave is on the here.
What's up, Dave?
In the building.
So my first topic is actually Nikki's topic. Has anybody seen any spotted lanternflies? And did you even know that you're supposed to kill them when you see them and report it to the state? So that's the topic.
Seeing how I never heard of that until today, you could get me out the conversation because I don't know. And I probably wouldn't kill them anyway. Like, I'm not going to be running around trying to kill no spotted lanternflies. What are they, like moths or something?
They look like a moth with spots.
Are they flies?
Here, look it up on your phone real quick because I got some stuff I can't look it up.
But are they flies?
They're called spotted lanternflies, but they look like a moth. And then you can show people the picture.
All right, let's see.
They kind of look like a moth, but they have a red back or an orange or a brown looking back.
All right, so these are what these things look like.
Kind of like a moth with spots.
Yeah.
So if you see one of those, you're supposed to kill it and report it. Or just kill it. Like they tell you, keep killing them. So. Let's see. Nikki said, I don't really see any of them. They look like giant moths. And Nikki said, hey, Dave. And Dave said, hey, Nikki.
Oh, yeah, I wonder how big they are.
And Dave said, they're like moth size. And Dave said, I don't have any idea what that is. So Anthony just showed you what it is. And they look like moths, but they're called spotted lanternflies. They came here supposedly from China.
Okay.
And now what happens is they eat all your crops. And they can produce so rapidly that they'll overtake everything. So what they're saying is you need to kill them and report them to the state.
And Frank said, ugly. And Frank, it reminds me of when we came to your house Saturday, and how the girls was talking about, Martha is so cute. It's a butterfly. And we're like, what? It's a moth.
And Nikki said, they won't hurt us. We are just helping the farmers. Exactly. We're helping the farmers by not allowing these things to overtake us and destroy their crops.
I'm not going to be a murderer.
You are a murderer. You kill spiders right on the wall in front of people with your hand.
I mean,
with your hand.
Listen, people was terrified. So there was a spider in the corner, and it was in a spider web. And it was like, oh my God, it's a spider. So I was just like, grabbed it and threw it.
Look, Nikki said Reading, PA are having swarms of them.
Oh, wow.
And Dave said, good thing I don't have any crops. LOL. Well, yeah, you don't have crops, but you like vegetables, right? And fruit. So keep laughing when there ain't no more left because of these damn moths. I mean, spotted lanternfly.
Dave's a meat man, all right? He don't eat no stinking crops.
That's a lie. I seen vegetables on his page a couple days ago that his little wife eating. Get out of here. And Frank said, LOL. Nikki said, ill, not with your hands.
And my girl Lala's Fantasy is in the building. And she said, if they ain't bothering me, I'm straight. LOL.
They eating your vegetables and fruit, girl. You better kill them. All right, get it together.
I'm good.
And Dave said, I support the farmers. Well, then you need to kill the lantern flies, all right? Kill them effers. I support this message brought to you by Sandy Beaches, Mrs. Lewis, whatever you want to call me, all right?
Sandy Cheeks.
You know, whatever. People call me multiple things. Anyway, I support this message. Kill your spotted lantern flies and save the farms, all right? Be good to your farmers. They bring you food. You like my sponsored message?
I reckon I did. Make that into a TikTok.
Anyway.
Anyways, so guys, just want to let you know that Sandy came up with every topic besides this one tonight. So this is the Sandy show tonight, all right? I'm just a guest.
No, you're my husband.
No, what that got to do with it? I'm just a guest.
Listen, there's times where you make all the things, so I don't say I'm a guest.
Well, you was a guest. You ain't know it.
Nikki said, well, not Frank's food. And Dave said, I wouldn't be eating them banging Brussels sprouts. That's right. Them lantern flies be eating them instead. All right? Kill them thing.
Next time I got to move the thing down lower. Let it come up at the bottom.
Anyway. I could do the next topic since we
let's do it.
covered this. You know?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So my next topic is...
Let's do it.
Get into it. That's what they do to TikTok. There's this girl that does, get into it. Get into it. Get into it.
I didn't see that one yet.
Anyway. Keeping your relationships fun and exciting. So that's the next topic, okay? Keep that in your mind. Here's the question, right? How do you keep your relationship fun and exciting? What are some of the things you do now in your relationship to keep it fun and exciting? And then also, what are some of the things you did
that you no longer
do now in your relationship because maybe you got comfortable and you don't feel like you gotta try as hard? Because that happens. That's just reality. So let me hear it. What do you guys got for me? How do you keep it fun and exciting still? And what did you do that you don't do now? Or what do you do now that you didn't do before? We could do vice versa.
Well, Dave makes Brussels sprouts. And that's how he keeps his relationship
spicy. I think his wife makes them. Or his girlfriend.
Fiance, man.
Yeah, there you go. Fiance. Dave said keep practicing making babies.
Oh, man. I love it.
Some people don't want more babies, so how about keep practicing to not have more babies?
He's answering his question, all right?
I'm answering for me and you. Stinking Dave.
Well, all right, whatever.
Anyway, Dave, when you having another baby?
He's working on it. He just said.
Listen, you need a little girl.
I think he'd be a good dad to a little girl. I can see him.
I think so.
He'll spoil the mess out of a little girl.
And Nikki said Brussels sprouts, yum. I don't like Brussels sprouts. I'm trying to make the emoji face. That's what that emoji Dave put up looked like. And Dave said, thanks, Aunt. So, Nikki and Frank, what do you do to keep your relationship exciting? What did you do in the beginning that you don't do now? And what do you do now that maybe you didn't do in the beginning? And same thing for you, Tish. Let's hear your answer. Oh,
man, I got to hear Tish. After watching a couple of her episodes.
Nikki said, have game night with our awesome friends. It's good stuff. We like that. We like that.
September 22nd, I believe. right?
Yeah, I think so. I can't look at my stuff right now because I got some stuff on my phone. So anyway, Dave said, "Hey, she's 28, so I gotta keep up." LOL. Listen, that's what happens when you got them youngins. You know, you gotta act like you young again and try to keep up.
No, I
So
think it's
Anthony,
all.
we could talk about what we do because while they answer what they do, we could kind of say what we do.
I think one of the biggest things about us that makes our relationship spicy is we're real spontaneous. So I was doing a podcast last night, or no, I was listening to a podcast from our friends. They was talking about the five love languages, right? And it's a cool book. If you guys don't know what that is, there's five different things that they feel people value that makes your heart fond of the person, right? So some of them are like words of affirmation, meaning you like to hear good things, like, "Oh, you look really good today. Oh, the food was amazing." Some of those are acts of services. You really like to just buy people stuff, or you like receiving gifts. Stuff like that, right? So I believe that our love language is the same thing, right? Now, I went modified the list. So for us, we like communication. We're both talkers, and we like sexual chemistry, right? So I feel like for us, we keep it. We're real spontaneous, so we do stuff that probably some people don't do. So and that's cool for us. Now, um that's probably the new stuff we do. Well, it's not really new, I guess.
I mean, not to us.
Yeah, not to us. So I guess to answer the question, what worked for us is we just continued to our sexual chemistry is still high, I guess. We still continue to be spontaneous and just enjoy each other. So I think that's what keeps us like fresh and going. And then we're still talkative. Like what we did the other day was really cool. We gotta call it something. But we literally sat in the room,
90s vibe.
right? And it was dark. We didn't turn the lights on. And mind you, it wasn't super late. It was probably like 9 o'clock. And for about 2 hours, we just sat here. "Alexa, play this," and she chimed in, and we kept playing different.
What do you want me to play?
"Alexa, go to sleep." All right. So, and like it would be her turn. The next song would be my turn, and we just sat in the bed laughing, like, "Oh, you think that's a good song? Listen to this song." And it was the coolest thing we did for, like I said, for about 2 hours. We even said when the show's off today, we're gonna do that. Just sit in the room, no TV on, no nothing, just us listening to music in the dark, laughing, joking.
Laughing, joking, playing around. He's dancing, like
Yeah,
it's fun.
yeah. I'm jumping on the bed, dancing in front of her. It's all dark. I'm almost falling off the bed. So yeah, but
It's fun.
anyway, let's get to these comments.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I gotta put my glasses on.
Dave said sometimes she acts older than me. LOL. And Tish said, "How spontaneous are y'all? Hold up."
I mean, well, listen. I hope any kids ain't on here. But last week we went for a walk, and it started pouring down raining. So we just had a good idea to fill in the blank.
What was the comment after her? Because it's going too fast.
Oh, all right, hold on. Well, here I can do it right here. Sorry, guys, we got backup. Whoops. All right.
Oh, and Nikki said September 26th. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I was off. All right.
Nikki said, "I tend to hide in the bedroom while Frank plays his games. We don't spend that much time together, especially since COVID." You would think it would be the opposite.
I was about to say that. You're stuck in the house together.
Dave said, "You both like video games."
This is true. But we haven't played a game together in a while. I was trying to get her to tell her I think she'll like the Avengers game.
I'll try it. Tish said, "LOL." And Nikki said, "Laughing my ass off. You just set my Alexa off playing Ice Ice Baby."
Oh wow. And then Tish said, "Right Day Spontaneous Game Series." And JJ, "What's up, man?" He said, "Hey." He said, "Never mind. See you later." And then
Dave said, "TMI."
blah.
LOL.
Hey, listen. I recall somebody asking, so we answered the question.
And not for nothing, we was answering while y'all was trying to give us your answers, and nobody said nothing that interesting yet. Sorry, it's true. I don't know how y'all be spicing up your love life, but maybe you just don't want to tell all your details, but at least just put a little something out there. I mean,
Yeah, I'm shocked that Tish is kind of quiet. I guess she spiced things up by making videos to teach people how to spice up their love life. Hey Tish.
And Nikki and Frank, y'all need to make some together time during this COVID. You'll never have this time again. When it goes back to normal, when that is, because we all do not know when that's going to happen. But
Probably gonna be
when
a while
things
from now.
go back to normal, you're going to wish you had all this time. And you're going to regret not doing certain things. So I say, maybe even if it's just like an hour of watching a show together or a movie or just something, listening to music like we were doing, like just something to kind of bring y'all together while you're home every day.
I listen. I say you watch 20 minutes of porn once a week together.
I mean
Any,
that could help spice things
but
up.
anyway, JJ said, I like your Galaxy Fold adventure and your PS4 gameplay. It's awesome. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. The Fold is still my daily driver. I still use it every single day. And I'm even looking at the new Fold they got. It looks pretty cool, but I don't think I'm going to get the new one until. I don't think I'm going to get the next Fold until next year Fold. You know. And thanks for watching the games. I also got a new channel called Stadia Avengers. You should check out that channel. It's geared only to the new Avengers game that comes out on September the 4th. So
Frank said she likes to watch her shows upstairs, and Nikki said my favorite game to play is Tanks, Tanks, Tanks. You get to blow things up. Um, Tish said, Tish, quiet, cause this conversation tonight quiet. What's the next topic? LOL.
wow, we talk. Hold on,
We
hold on, hold
talking
on, hold on.
about sexual stuff, and
Right?
you ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, she's a cornball. She turned all soft on us.
I don't know, Tish. You supposed to be in here like the catfish, livening things up, and
Tish,
you
listen,
ain't doing it.
Tish went down tonight.
And Dave said, "Gotta go, y'all. Gotta go, y'all. My youngster needs me." All
All right,
right,
man.
Dave. Bye.
Hey, Dave, you talking about your son or your fiance?
LOL. That's what Dave said. So, all right, if y'all want to get off the topic, but hey, Frank and Nikki, you should think about what he said.
And Tish said, "Bye, Dave," and Dave said, "LOL."
I already
And
said that.
but
must have not been
you didn't
listening.
say what Tish said. So
I did.
no,
But
you didn't.
okay, anyway, we're gonna run this back, and you're gonna see that I said that. Anyway,
No, yeah. I mean, all I'm saying is watch 20 minutes of porn together.
Frank said, "Sorry, video keeps cutting out for me on my side." Listen, as long as it don't cut out on the porno you and Nikki watch tonight, you'll be all right.
Yeah, you know what? I just want to make sure everything is running smooth. Is anybody else having any issues? Because my computer would have told me.
And Dave said, "My future missus."
I believe it, brother.
And Tish said, "Tish went down. You just mad you ain't up. LOL."
Yeah,
That's more like it. Come on, Tish,
that's what I'm talking about,
get
Tish.
alive.
Listen, I'll be up when this show is over, right? When we having our what are we gonna call this thing? Our dark
90s
part?
vibes, man.
No, man, we play other stuff the
All right,
90s.
well then.
Something about music and being in the dark. Got to be something like
Dark Knight hits.
no, I don't like that. I don't got a ring to it.
All right.
We'll think of something.
Evening memories.
Listen, as the show's going on, if you guys got a name that we should call our time where we spend together with the lights off, listening to music, laughing and joking, let us know.
And Tish said nah. And Nikki said, "You're so funny, haha." We're not trying to be funny. We're trying to be serious. Watch that porn. Get your little me
All I
time
said was
together.
20 minutes. Listen, we could send you a really cool video. Remember that one you
The
had?
one I showed you the other night was good.
That was really good. I was like, yo, this is quality.
It was a lot of different things going on. So
Yeah.
might give you some good ideas to try with each other. Just saying. You know, you gotta spice up that sex life too. That's part of being in a relationship. When that starts going and you're not even spending time together, it kind of separates you a little bit. It's not good.
Yeah, but I will say this: there are some people who like. So I feel like that's kind of like a love language, right? Sexual chemistry. Some people, sexual chemistry isn't that high or a big deal. Like So at the end of the day, I mean, I know I have relationships where my partner was just not. That wasn't their thing. They could go 2 weeks without mentioning it, right? And so at the end of the day, we also got to remember that certain people are different than us. So we put that. I put that disclaimer on there.
Listen, sex helps every relationship if you're doing it right. Anyway,
I expect that coming from Tish.
I'm just saying, it's true. Tish said, Nikki, I'm finna to get him. I'm finna to get him. LOL. And Nikki said, your midnight stroll.
No. We're not talking about when we took a
No, no,
walk.
we're talking about
We're
music, so
Yeah,
that
we have.
doesn't go.
The other day we was just sitting in our room, with just the both of us, like listening to music with the lights off. It was cool. It was about like 2 hours. We were just like saying, well, you heard us with the. I don't want to say her name and have her turn on and turn yours on, but so we were trying to think what should we call that. Just that time because we're gonna do it again after this. We're just gonna lay in the bed, chill, laugh, joke, listen to music. Excuse me.
Frank said, need to spice things up. That's what we trying to tell you. Sometimes you need a little kick in the pants. You know what I'm saying?
Kick in the
Kick it up in the pants. Right?
pants. Yes, if you say so.
Anyway,
How many more?
I think you know what time it is.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get to.
So
All
we'll
right.
be back.
I think we know what time it is, huh?
That's right.
All right, fair enough. Guys, hold on to your love.
I forgot my hair is all up. All right.
All right.
You know, Dookie, my grandmom used to tell me that you as crooked as them snakes in the barrel.
What?
You about as crooked as them snakes in the barrel.
I'm as crooked as snakes in the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said I'm almost as crooked as them snakes on the plane. What?
Dole.
Listen, girl, I always bring the flavor and the fire. You
What,
ain't never been doing nothing on this
what
show.
fire or flavor you bringing besides?
No. You ask any one of them, like Nikki, that girl that ain't good at we ain't gonna say, they all love me.
Nikki don't care for you at all, Dookie.
Listen.
She think you the most boring person on this show.
I'm Nikki's favorite person, alright?
Oh no, Nikki said Frank's in the doghouse now. Oh man.
Yeah,
You know that time I put you in the doghouse for real outside when we had Josie's house built out there?
And that dog.
And you spent the night out there with the dog in the doghouse.
And it wasn't much space either. She kept taking my space. I'm like, Josie, move on, go on, girl. And she just crowding on my side of the floor. I ain't enjoy it.
Now you know what it felt like to be in the doghouse for real.
And I should have cracked your barrel.
No, that's why you was in that doghouse, because you thought you was cracking a barrel, but you ain't cracked shit.
Yeah, all right, well, just go on and read them comments. I
did read some of the comments. It's your turn.
All right, hold on. If I do this, see facts, Nikki. Is that what she said?
You ain't even read what Nikki said before that.
I thought you said
Nikki said Snakes on a Plane, cool movie.
See, I told you.
And Tish said facts, Nikki.
You talking about? Listen, you trying to get people in trouble now.
Anyway, you ain't got no jokes.
I do got a joke. All right, guys, you ready? Yeah. Get up close so you can enjoy this and listen up. Put your ear to whatever your device is. If your device is a phone, put it. If your device is a PC, put it up there. Now listen. There was once upon a time 3 men in a bar, and it was a window in the bar. And one guy said, man, this drink is so good, I could fly out the window. So the 2 guys said, no, you can't. So he said, bartender, give me my favorite drink. Slid him a drink. Flew out the window, came back. So the 2 guys was like, bartender, give me that. Jumped out the window. Splackety. Then the other guy said, what happened? He said, you ain't drink it like I'm drinking it. Bartender, give me my drink. Slide drink. Come back. The other dude said, you know what? I think I could do it too. Bartender, get the drink. Boom. Bartender look at him and say, you're a funny guy, Superman. I told you I had a joke. See, you be always thinking I don't joke. That's going to be the funniest joke.
That was the worst thing I ever heard.
No, it wasn't. You going to get all the LOLs.
What was the point of that?
That the
man,
man,
was the most boring thing
the
I
man
heard.
was Superman.
The
Superman was playing the joke.
I ever heard in my
Oh,
life.
go on and tell your nasty jokes. Got us kicked off of Facebook anyway with that ratchetness.
Frank said, Dookie, put your glasses on. And Nikki said, only us ladies can gossip about our love life in private. And Tish said, tell him, Frank, LOL. And Lala put them faces. And she said, And Nikki said, LOL, Lala, you're funny. And Lala said, you need to hand over the mic.
They were all laughing at my joke. I told you. My joke just...
Nobody's laughing.
What you mean? That was one of the funniest jokes I don't ever heard and you ever heard. Right?
No. Listen, what do you call a school bus full of white people?
The football, the bus with the football kids.
No, dum-dum. A bus full of white people makes a Twinkie. You know, the outside of the bus yellow, and you fill it with the whites.
Oh, you know what? All right.
That's the Twinkie.
Got it. All right, girl.
All right. You ever had sex while camping?
I ain't been camping in so long, but I'm pretty sure when I did camp, I might have. It was this squirrel, and that squirrel was looking.
That's the dumb stuff I've been talking about. Nobody want to hear about no damn squirrel. Ever had sex while camping? It's fucking intense.
Oh man.
What's the best thing about dating a homeless chick or guy?
I never have to spend money on the movies.
You could drop them off anyway. What do you call 300 white men chasing a black man?
The Million Man March.
The PGA Tour, Pro Golf Association Tour. There's only one black guy that played golf, Tiger Woods.
Isn't Tiger Woods half Asian?
He's still black.
I'm just saying.
He's the closest thing to a black golf player there is. That's professional anyway.
I guess. I don't watch golf, so I don't know. But you gotta read the comments, girl.
You read them. You're supposed to put your glasses on and get to read them.
Man, I don't like... Listen. I ain't nothing wrong with my vision, so I don't need to put glasses on.
Lala said, anybody else notice Dookie's outfit besides me, Nikki?
Frank, what's wrong with my outfit?
And Nikki said, I don't know, Lala. I like Daisy's blouse. It's pretty. And Frank said, LOL. And Lala said, he sure like them gray Dunkaroos, LOL. You looking like some dude that like the gray Dunkaroos.
Listen, I tell you this much. The day I see Lala and her fantasies, she's gonna get pushed in the mud.
Lala said, last week outfit alert, he must have been working in the fields, LOL. And Nikki said dungaroos, laughing my ass off.
We got some comedians. They trying to take over your job, apparently.
Mm-mm.
This hair is a gray shirt. So I don't know what's so bad with a gray shirt, but it's a gray t-shirt with a V-neck. If you know anything about uh uh wearing good clothing, you would know something too. Lala, if that is your real name, with last name Fantasies.
Mm-mm.
Come on, girl, get one more good one, cause we've been missing the book of questions. So you read your one last thing, and then I'ma give them some book of questions.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Justin.
Justin who?
You're just in time to wipe my ass.
Well, that ain't have nothing to do with nothing.
Use use the name Justin as a way of saying you're just in time to wipe my ass.
That's the same thing as people say, she coming around the corner, and the person say who, and I say D. And say D who? D's nuts.
Exactly, and people laugh at that. So there you go.
Um,
Anyway, Nick said, "Don't worry, Anthony. You're still cool. Don't lie to him. Don't lie to him." And that's not Anthony anyway. That's Dookie. Dookie is not cool. He ain't never been cool. He ain't gonna be cool.
I'm out of my drink.
He drank all that Mountain Dew. Now his sperm count went patoo.
Listen, I got
Anyway,
that thing done
that's why it don't matter.
over 15 years
And
ago.
Lala
So
said, "That's all I wear. Gray hat, gray shirt. Damn, a small upgrade from them. Them damn Scolies, I tell you." And Tish said, "Amazing job, LOL."
anyway,
Anyway, go ahead.
you want me to get into the book of questions?
I did.
The book, right? So why don't one of you go on and pick a number between 1 and 217? Let me put on my glasses, because when I read, that's when I gotta see stuff that's legible. I'm ready.
Who you want to pick the number?
I want any one of them to pick the number, girl. It ain't rocket science.
Oh, Nikki said, "Sorry, Doogie. Anthony's cool."
Listen, I like that dude, Anthony. He is cool, but he ain't as cool as me. I'm cooler than a cucumber that was in the freezer for 2 decades.
Mm-mm-mm. Nikki said, "All hail the book of questions." F that book of questions.
I don't know why you so got a problem with the book, girl.
That book's stupid.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the book.
Tish said, or Lala said, "Why you giving me something? I don't play random lottos, LOL." And
There
Nikki
you
said,
go.
"Number 46."
See, that's what I'm talking about. Nikki is what you like to call a team player. She's a sport girl.
And Lala said, "You can't read anyway, LOL." And Frank said 201.
All right,
So
listen.
46 and then
46
201.
says, when did you last sing to yourself, to someone else?
Oh, I think we had this one before.
No, we didn't.
We did at Frank's
no,
house.
we didn't. Girl,
Yes,
we
we
ain't have
did.
this at Frank's house. We ain't have it here.
We had it at Frank. Nikki, you remember this one at your house?
Listen, can somebody answer the doggone question? When did
We
you
was
last
singing
sing?
last night.
Let them answer it. And it wasn't last night.
The other night. When we had our music time, alright?
So when did you last sing to yourself and sing to other people?
I sing to myself almost every day.
If you listen to music, I guess so. I don't often listen
I
to
love
music.
music.
Nikki said yesterday in the car.
What song you was singing, Nikki? She must have been singing that farm song.
She was singing that "Cool It Down."
No,
Got to slow it down,
she was singing that.
slow it down.
She was singing that Cotton Eye Joe.
That was a while ago.
Or she was singing the Farmer and the Dell. E-I-E-I-O.
She said, we did because this my age and I have picked this number before.
I told you that.
Well, why are you picking it again then?
Because she wanted to pick it again. Leave her alone.
That don't make no darn sense.
Number 201.
All right, number 201 from a man, Frank. So 201 says, relative to the population at large, how do you rate your physical attractiveness, your intelligence, your personality?
And Nikki said she was singing Footloose.
Footloose.
And what was repeat that question again.
So you don't pay attention.
Do you frequently what?
It says, oh, you know what? I just read the whole different question. I read 203. I'm sorry.
I looked down and said, do you frequently?
I'm sorry. All right, so erase that. Y'all ain't see that. The 201 is, do you frequently find yourself just to be polite, saying things you don't mean? For example, when you say goodbye to someone who does not who does not interest you, do you act as though you enjoy their company?
We had this one too.
The people watching ain't have it. Dang.
See what I'm talking about? This book, the question, they pick the same damn numbers all the time.
That's on them for picking the same numbers.
Anyway, I guess I'll be polite.
I'm polite too. I act like I like you most of the time.
I act like
but in my head, I'm like
that's stinking big. Anyway, Nikki said she was singing Footloose. Frank said the Kate May song. And Nikki said, oh, my Kate May song. They
was talking about this when we was at their house on Friday.
Yeah.
About the Kate May, how he used to always go to Kate May when he was, no, Nikki was the one said she used to go to Kate May when she was young. And it was a song being played and, you know.
And Nikki said polite. And Tish said, LOL, nah, I'm straight out. I believe it.
Tish be like, listen.
She like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, what you said.
She said no sugarcoat.
So, Tish, give me another number, girl.
She ain't even never give you a number in the first place.
I know, but somebody else, she could give me.
Nikki said 209.
All right. 209 said, if you could script the basic plot for the dream you will have tonight, what would the story be?
Oh, I know what Nikki and Frank's story should be.
I'm just going to come out with it straight. I'm going to be in a whorehouse tonight.
Well, I was going to say Nikki and Frank going to be in their own porno when they drink tonight. Because they're going to watch the porn and then they're going to do their thing. So they're going to dream about, what they would look like if they was in that porn that we're going to send them later.
And what would you be? What would you want your dream to be if you could script it out tonight?
We're going to be in a whorehouse together.
Fair enough. All right. So anybody want to tell me what their dream would be?
Frank said, I tell it like I see it. And Lala said, 187.
And she said, right, Frank. Listen, don't let Frank lie to you. He's such a good guy. He's a nice guy. He don't got a bad bone in his body. I remember one time a mosquito pushed him over. And he didn't want to smash it.
Nikki said, Lala, I tried to not sugarcoat, but I got into trouble.
Yeah, listen, you already know Nikki got that side to her. I don't want to go down that path. So let her sugarcoat everything. She probably got a switchblade.
Anyway, Tish said 187.
All right, hold on, girl. Just don't be forcing me, all right? All right, 187 is in a nice restaurant after getting the check for an excellent meal. You noticed that you were not charged for one of the items you ate. Would you tell the waitress?
I don't know what you said because I was looking at the comment. Nikki said, Lala, I try not to sugarcoat, but I get into trouble. I read that earlier, but Lala said, oh, Nikki, what you do? And Nikki said, Frank doesn't ruffle feathers. Dookie is right. And Lala said, we will talk.
Later. Now listen, I'm going to crack your darn barrel. You ain't going to have me reading the book and then you ain't even going to...
Nope. And Lala said, hell no.
You can hold on before you read what they saying, girl.
All right, read the
question. You laughing?
Read Tish's question again.
F you on Tish.
F your mother, F mother.
Listen, if the 187 says, in a nice restaurant after getting the check for an excellent meal, you notice that you were not charged for one of the items you ate. Would you tell the waitress?
I ain't telling nothing.
Especially if it's the most expensive thing.
Damn right. I'm rolling with it. Well,
Listen,
ain't my fault.
if you already got your tip, you got paid.
You got paid. I gave you a
Right.
nice tip because I had a nice meal. And you gave me something free, so I tipped you good. Okay? If I was getting something for free and I had a good meal, you getting a good tip, so I ain't saying nothing.
No, I think I would be nice and tell.
Who is not telling him? Shut the hell up.
I will.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I will.
No,
I'll be
you're
like,
not.
listen,
No, you're not.
ma'am.
You is a lying.
Come here, ma'am.
Lying mother effer.
I ordered the duck special.
You're
The
lying.
duck special was $59.84, and you ain't charged.
You is not saying shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, Tish said, hell no. And Nikki said, oh no. And Nikki said, I'd give a bigger tip. And Frank said, especially if it were Longhorns. If it was Longhorns, he ain't singing. Yeah.
He also said no up top.
No.
You missed that. But yeah, Frank,
Zip it up. You just gonna get that nice tip and walk out. Okay? Just like he gonna do, but he trying to act like he ain't gonna do that. He gonna do that too. He ain't saying nothing. I'll crack his barrel.
Anyway, you ain't cracking a damn thing over here, because I don't play around.
I
crack barrels. I listen, girl, I crack nuggets. Anyway, somebody give me one more. What about you?
What numbers it go up to?
217.
217. I guess, I reckon. I'll take the number 115.
115.
Yeah.
Alright, look. 115 is this. It says, given the ability to project yourself into the past, but not return, would you do so? Would you go, and what would you accomplish if you knew you might change the course of history?
I like my life the way it is. And you see, in my past, there's some stuff I did in my past that, could have changed my course. But if it would have changed my course, maybe I wouldn't be here with this guy, Dookie, right here. And as much as he drive me crazy, he make me love him anyway. So, now I ain't going back.
Listen, I tell you this much. I'll go back. Because I remember one time I kicked this... Sorry.
You can't even be for real. You're so stupid, Dookie. Shut up.
Listen,
Shut
girl.
up.
Listen.
Shut up. Just
one time.
Zip it up. Zip
Listen.
it. Zip it up. Zip
Come
it.
on, girl. Listen.
Zip
One
it
time
up.
I kicked this.
You ain't kicked shit. You kicked the cow.
Listen. One time I kicked this.
Cow shit.
I kicked.
That's about the only thing you done kicked was some
Hold
cow
on,
shit.
girl.
You was tipping them cows and stepped in the cow shit and you kicked it.
One time
That was it.
I kicked this.
You ain't never kicked nothing but that cow shit.
Hold on. It's funny in my head.
You ain't never
One
kicked
time.
nothing. Get it out.
Oh, it hurts. Hold on. Listen. One time.
Nobody know what the hell you laughing about.
Hold on. One
Dookie,
time I got a running start. And I kicked this squirrel off a tree. And it flew. And on the highway express, all these cars start turning. Crashed over and everything. This lady that was pregnant, God rest her soul, but she broke her nose. So if I ain't never punk kicked that squirrel off a tree, I wouldn't have caused that ruckus.
You said God rest her soul like she died.
She broke
But
her
then you
nose.
talking about she broke her nose.
She broke.
This story's so done jacked up that everybody know you lying.
She broke her nose, girl.
Anyway,
Oh
Frank
God.
said, I would like to go to the past, but if I were to change anything, it might have major ramifications. So I probably won't make any changes. Things happen for a reason. And Tish said, I'll keep the outfits from the 70s and be in my own vibe. I love the 70s slash 90s. And Nikki said, I would have never moved to Buffalo. Listen, if you ain't never go to Buffalo and go through what you went through, you might not find Frank. Everything got cost, right?
Listen, forget Frank. She might not have found me. Because I'm going to teach her how to play Jenga. She going to be the world best Jenga player when she get through with Duke. Duke going to have everything. She ain't going to knock over a soda, a cup. She ain't going to knock over a pool table.
That guy Anthony still don't know how to play Jenga neither. So I don't know why Dookie always talking about Jenga. Because his friend Anthony, he ain't that great neither.
You're a hater.
Ain't no why.
You about to get me meaner than a mug.
You ain't never been meaner than that squirrel you swore you kicked across the highway, and that squirrel never even landed nowhere. Ain't never landed nowhere. Because you ain't never kick it. You went to kick it and you tripped and fell in the cow shit.
No,
you need to tell them the real story.
No, I punt kicked that squirrel off that tree
fell in the
so
cow
far.
shit.
Oh
You
man, when he hit the windshield of that woman, the pregnant girl, man, listen.
Nikki said I might throw the pieces at Dookie. LOL.
Anyways, listen, guys, this was real fun. But
now we're gonna get back to the Sandy and Anthony show.
It was about that time because you ain't never doing nothing. You taking up the show and you know.
I'll crack your damn barrel. Turn this sheet off.
All right, we gotta go. Oh man, good times, good times.
That Dookie and Daisy, man, they is funny. Well, not so much Dookie, but Daisy is funny.
Nah, Duke be having me.
She is hilarious.
Duke be having me crying, man.
Crying that his jokes is terrible. Anyway, our next topic.
Well, hold on. Before we go to the next topic, guys, I went to the dentist yesterday, and I actually had a cavity. For the first time in my life, I had a cavity, and I got silver in my mouth now. I just wanted to tell you that.
No, I mean, people probably don't already have cavities. They don't care about your cavity.
I know, but I was like a superhuman.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, you was never superhuman, but you would like to think that.
See that? Superhuman. Meaner than him. Oh.
See, always flexing.
Look, Kyle Charles is on here.
Little Kyle.
Little rabbit foot.
What you doing on here, boy?
This for grown folks, boy.
Anyway, our next topic is, have y'all heard of Cannon Hinnant?
What?
Cannon Hinnant is a little 5-year-old boy.
Oh.
In North Carolina. Okay? Has anybody heard about the story about him?
What is his first name?
Cannon.
Wow.
Cannon Hinnant. So it's Cannon, Cannon, and then his last name is Hinnant. Anyway, he's a 5-year-old boy that lives in North Carolina. Well, he did live in North Carolina, and he was a 5-year-old boy until his neighbor took a gun to his head, right to his forehead, while he was on his bike, and shot him to death.
But why did he do that?
So supposedly, if y'all have seen the story or heard the story, yes, Nikki, the kid that was shot. Yep.
But hold up, Nikki said, fill in. That's she
Mhm.
said that's it.
You poor baby.
Well,
He
I'm
will
just
live,
saying.
Tish said. And Tish said nah about the kid. So it's all over Facebook. Well, it's starting to get out there on Facebook. At first, there was no media coverage at all on it, so people were spreading it through Facebook because it hasn't really been on the news or anything. So they're trying to like make it in light, like people to know about it, whatever. So on the story that I read, it says that the next door neighbor, he's a black male that lives next door, and his parents live across the street, and they know each other. Like the families know each other. And the little kid, the 5-year-old boy, was outside playing with his sisters. They were riding bikes or whatever, and the little boy rode his bike across the lawn, the neighbor's lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And not even like a couple minutes later, the kid was sitting in his driveway on the bike, and the neighbor came over with a gun and shot him right in the head.
That doesn't make no sense. How old is the kid?
5.
Why would you just randomly shoot a 5-year-old kid? First of all, you know you're going to jail. Second of all, like, so who does that? Was this
Tish,
guy
in
on?
the stories, it says he's 5, not 7. His sisters were like 7 and 9 or 7 and 10. But in the stories that I've seen so far, he was 5. And in the
So,
pictures, he looks like he's about 5.
so what is the guy on drugs or something?
They don't know why he did it, and supposedly, I think they caught him now, but at first he had fled or whatever, so they had
Mm-hmm.
eventually caught him. But there's really no clear story on why he did that.
That's crazy.
But the kid was 5 years old and died in the hospital or on the way to the hospital. And Nikki said people are crazy these days. Yeah. So anyway, the whole thing is people are making a big fuss
Okay.
because there was no media coverage, like meaning like it really wasn't on the news.
Right.
It's just starting to get spread on Facebook. People were really upset because they said, "Well, how is someone's life more important than somebody else's life, especially a child?" So they were referring to George Floyd. They said, "How is
Oh,
George Floyd spread all over the place?" And so many people were making a fuss about George Floyd and this and that and the way he died, which is a different story, police and all that stuff.
right, right,
But they're just saying, how's one life up here and another life is down
right.
here, especially a child's life.
Yeah.
So they're really trying to get like media attention and try to get this story out there and make people aware, like, yo, it don't matter your color, your age, nothing that happens in life should matter. Every life should be important,
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, but I can explain that simple. So the whole thing with George Floyd, that was more of like,
Police
your
brutality,
kids. Well,
yes.
I'm just saying, your kids keep doing the same thing, same thing, same thing. Now, you know what? Now they don't made you snap, and now they're getting that a whooping, right? So, but that would be more like if your kid was a good kid, they don't do that much bad stuff. So when they do something bad, you're kind of like, you know what? It ain't that big of a deal because I'm not saying a life isn't that big of a deal, but I think the publication. So if the news covered more stuff like this, meaning another culture, like switching, a black person killed a little white kid, if more of that was happening and nothing was being done about it, then it would be the same thing. But people are
Well, what's sad is people make things about color. So the
true.
whole point is people are like, all right, so you have George Floyd, who was black, killed by not even white cops. The one cop was Spanish and the other cop was white.
Hmm.
So
And
you
that
have,
one dude was Asian.
and the one dude was Asian. So everybody makes everything about race, and that's part of the problem. So this kid, they're making a big deal, not because of the race stuff that much, but people are saying like, well, this isn't a big fuss, and a black guy killed a white kid.
Right.
So it should never be about color. Let's just
I
be
mean,
honest.
I get what. Let's say if it's white people that have a problem with it, I get what they're saying. But I feel like then
Well,
you
they're trying to say like, oh, you can march around and say Black Lives Matter after George Floyd, but what about this little kid? A black guy killed him, and he's a
right,
white kid. We can't march around and say white lives matter. Like people would flip out.
right,
So
but
I get what they're saying, but at the same time, does that even matter? It was a 5-year-old
right,
or a
but I feel
7-year-old
we
kid
got
that
if
died.
we bringing up the subject, we got to get to the root of it. The reason why it's not the same thing because you don't often hear a little white kid get killed by a black guy, right? So you don't hear that often, but you hear the cop thing often. So it
It's more likely to happen that way.
yeah, or you hear like man again, man again, but you don't often hear the black guy kills the white person,
So
you know?
Nikki said people are crazy these days, and Frank said this world is going to hell with this and everything else going on. And Tish said, yes, he died. He was on his porch. I know his family. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy that you actually know his family.
Mm-hmm.
You know the kid's family or the guy that shot him? I
Right.
think you're saying the kid's family, right? That's what I'm assuming. She said he died in the hospital, and Tish said one guy was arrested and held on 3 counts, and the other 2 are still out.
I think y'all guys might be talking about two different stories.
I mean, I'm talking about Cannon Hinnon.
Yeah, but you in your story you said one
It said
guy.
one guy in the
Right.
story,
She's saying it sounds like
saying the next door neighbor,
multiple
one
guys.
guy. So I don't know if our stories are matching up, or maybe she heard a different story than I heard. But the story that I read said the next door neighbor shot the kid in his driveway, and Tish said prayers up, positive vibes, and Nikki said I am glad I was raised to love and not hate. And Tish said this has nothing to do with that though. This is different.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alexa, stop listening to us. What is she doing?
It's funny when you look over and she's just searching.
Maybe she's like rebooting or something because it doesn't normally do that. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't know.
I think it's weird. They be listening.
It's
I'm telling
alive.
you. So all right, she's talking about something different.
Right.
But yeah. I mean, that's either way, all around. I don't think anybody should be sitting there talking about a race card in this particular situation or any situation really.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody gets killed, every life should matter. Doesn't matter if that person was the worst person on earth.
True.
Somebody died. You know what I mean? Somebody's son died. Somebody's brother died. Somebody's father died. Somebody's kid died. Like,
right.
That has to mean something. You know what I mean? Even, this is sad to say, but even the people that are out there doing terrible things in the world and something happens to them, they still have a mother, father, brother, sister, right, cousin that did care about them and knew
and
them
I
as a
feel
different
like,
person.
and if let's say they was on death row and they got the death sentence, at least it was voted on, right? At least it's something like that is different, right? So at least like justice took place, you know.
So I'm a little confused with Tish. So she said, this has nothing to do with that, though. This is different. I think she's talking about the race stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tish said the kid. So she knows the kid's family.
Right.
And she said there's others involved. Okay, well, in the story that I read, it didn't say others were involved, just the one person. But they might have updated the story because it was just starting to come out. So Nikki said I agree with Sad. With Sad. I agree with Sad.
Probably means Sandy. She meant to say Sandy.
Oh. And Tish said they're not going to say that on media. And yeah, she wrote Sandy. Okay, so maybe that wasn't included, like
yeah, who
in the
knows?
earlier
I mean,
story or whatever. And yeah, in media they're not going to say everything. So I get it.
I mean, sometimes media try to paint a certain narrative, but sometimes we put stuff out there without facts too. So who knows?
That's
the
it.
whole story. It's
Well,
just
that's the
it was
thing that I said.
interesting.
This is just what I heard.
Right.
I don't know the full story. I only know what I've read so far. If there is more to it, I apologize. I don't know the rest of it.
Right.
But this is
But
what
it
I've
is
heard about.
well. First of all, our thing is a talk show, so we like talking, right? So it's a good talking point because it's not just about the actual story specifically, but also brought up a conversation. You know, so I think that's cool.
And all I could say is, man, I feel for that family and the 2 sisters. This is what I forgot to mention. So the 2 sisters that were outside playing with their brother that got shot, seen their brother get shot in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like younger siblings. Well, they're not
it's just
younger than him.
Crazy,
they're older siblings, but they were like 9 and or 8 and 10 or something.
It's just a crazy story because it just don't make sense. Why would you shoot a little kid? Like, what has to be wrong with you to shoot a little kid? You know what I'm saying? So I would love to know the whole. You know you're gonna get in trouble for doing something bad, right? So people do some bad stuff, but to shoot a little kid, like, what do you felt you was gaining, right? Like, even if this kid kicked your car, right? It's a little kid, like,
even if that kid broke your window or something, like, what are you getting out of killing this kid, this innocent kid? Like, even if he did throw a rock at your window or something, kids are kids.
Yeah, but
we do crazy things.
If you threw a rock at your window, he ain't innocent.
Well, all right, not innocent, but he's being a kid.
Right.
Every kid's done bad things. But does that give you the right to take a kid's life? Like, no, it does not. You know, and people like that, something's got to be wrong with you. You know what I mean? Like, mentally. Yeah. Something's really wrong for you to walk up to a 5-year-old with a gun to his head and just shoot him. in front of his sisters.
Yeah,
That's
a
like
bit much.
awful. Absolutely awful. And Nikki said babies should be left alone. I agree. You know, kids should be kept out of, like, adults' personal issues too. Like, say maybe he had a problem with the family and he just snapped and shot the kid.
Right.
That kid had nothing to do with what your problems were with that family.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You know, like, you don't do that. You don't kill somebody's kid. It's just not okay. But my last topic, guys,
Woo, that got deep.
is a little lighter. Okay? So, have y'all heard the movies is about to open? It's about to open. Who's going? Who's going? Who's going to the movies? I'm going to the movies. He's going to the movies. Are you going to the movies? The movies. The movies. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, AMC has announced that they're going to open on the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And on their first day of opening, there was an article that says it'll be 15 cents to see a movie. But here's the catch. It's 15 cents to see a movie, but the movies are like older movies like Grease.
Right.
Or I forget what other ones they said, but you know, like older movies, not like anything new, but you could go see it on the big screen for 15 cents on their first opening night, whatever. Regal is opening on the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And guess who's gonna be there? Guess who's gonna be there? We're gonna be there.
Well, pause.
We're gonna be there.
You keep forgetting. That's not gonna be in New Jersey. So if we going, we gotta go to Pennsylvania.
I don't care.
Because New Jersey ain't playing. So
that don't matter to me.
yeah. So
And yeah,
I don't even know where
AMC,
Regal.
15 cents for like some older movies. If you look up the article, I could send it to you or whatever. But it says like Grease and Back to the Future, I think might have been on there, something like that.
I don't even know where a Regal is in Pennsylvania.
Tish said, I didn't get to read her comment before, Nikki. She said they did that to the guy who was shot by the cops in Ventnor, New Jersey, for walking with a broken bottle, and yet he only got 10 minutes without a knee.
Hold up, what? They did that to the guy who was shot by the cops in Ventnor, New Jersey for walking with a broken bottle and yet only got 10 minutes without a name. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what.
10 minutes without a name.
And the guy with the bottle.
Guy with the bottle. They did that to him. Who did that to who?
The cop shot the guy with the bottle, I guess.
Okay.
And okay, so he only got 10 minutes without, like, his name being around, spread around or something. Like, he only got 10 minutes where they did or didn't spread his name. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Frank said Nikki will finally get to use her gift card. And Lala said everyone fitting to get sick. Go in that theater if y'all want to. I'll stay with my DVDs.
Listen,
and
I look at. Right.
Nikki said they are probably going to make up for Hollywood not filming.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If I don't want to hear that. If anybody went to a Walmart, then you could go to the movies, right? Because when you go to the movies, you're gonna sit in that one seat by yourself. I'm sure it's going to be a distance between you and other people. You're going to sit down. If you want to wipe your chair down, fine. I'm sure the movie is going to be sanitizing every seat before the next people come in and go out, right? They did it at Great Adventures. We watched them do it at Great Adventures. So it's not rocket science. The movies for me is something that could be easily kept clean, right? You go in, you sit down. You ain't like you getting up, moving around. You're sitting down. And then the movie's over, you're going to get up and leave.
And also, they're spacing out your chairs and telling you to wear your mask if
right.
you're not eating. When you're not eating, you need to
wear
your mask.
So
Tish said this ain't Corona, so keep messing with that white smoke. Y'all going to see that wrath. LOL. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but
hey, she put LOL, so I guess she wanted us to laugh.
But yeah, I'll be at the movies.
Yeah, yeah. What we're gonna see is Unhinged. That looks pretty good. It's Russell Crowe, and he's driving somewhere, right? And it's a traffic jam, and it's a lady and her kid, little kid, and she cuts him off. So he's like, "Yo, lady, what's your problem?" And she's like, like, I guess she give him the finger or something, and he's like, "What the hell?" So I guess he snaps and he follows her, and so pretty much is the movie of him trying to kill her. It looks like he's trying to kill her and her son because he snapped. It's like road rage, but it's called Unhinged.
Nikki said they will have goal. She meant guidelines. Oh my god, my typing is horrible. She said. Um, Hey, not for nothing. If Nikki and Frank want to come, they could come with
Yeah,
us to
that'd be
see it.
cool. We could do a double
We could
date.
do a double date on
Yeah.
the 21st.
Yep. It's a
So
Friday.
August 21st, if y'all want to come with us.
That's next week, right?
Yep.
Next week
Let
Friday.
us know. And Tish said, I don't even do that. I got sick with it once, and 2 friends died of it. I'm straight, bro.
Oh, you had COVID before?
And those nose swabs and throat swabs suck.
Yeah, I can imagine. They
Yeah.
gotta go all in there.
I don't want nobody sticking a thing all the way up my nose.
Listen, always remind me of back in the day when you used to be fresh on the streets and you had to take your little self to the clinic as a guy, and they took that Q-tip and twisted around, and it was not good.
Not cool.
Mm-mm.
So that was my last topic, guys.
This was the Sandy show, guys. All right, so give her applause. Everything was all hers, and the
Except
first
for Nikki's
topic was Nikki's topic. So yeah, remember, we always want to use y'all topics. So if you come up with topics, we will use it. Want to thank everybody for joining in. Also want to say thank you to Nikki because she just joined my Avon team.
Yay,
guys.
Nikki.
So Nikki and I are Avon representatives now. And if you guys want to purchase something from me or Nikki, just inbox us. We'll be glad to give you our website. And, I'm going to start ordering some books. So for you old heads that still need your paper books, I'm going to start doing that as well. You could call me and I could put in your orders. And I'm sure Nikki would be able to do the same thing. So I just want to say thank you to Nikki. And thank you guys for participating. Any last words you want to say? Anything you want?
Tish said, good thing I have a jailbroken fire stick and projector. And Nikki said, my friend's parents both had COVID. She did tell me that today. And Frank said, clap, clap. And he said, yeah, Nikki.
Yeah. Anything you want to say?
I think it was a good show, guys. And we had a lot of good topics that everybody conversated with, so it kept it moving.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed it. And it is music in the dark with my love.
Yeah, we could just call it Music in the Dark.
Yep. Music in the dark with
nice
my
ring
love.
to it. I'm glad I came up with it.
No, I came up with everything tonight.
Music in the Dark.
So that's what we're going to do, guys. Nikki and Frank will send you a little something, something. And Tish, keep up the videos, man. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Do your thing, girl. You got this.
Well, Tish, wasn't you supposed to be making a video the other day? So you should have a new one. So we'll check your channel out as well. And Tish, we'll send you a little something, something too.
We'll send you the same thing we're sending to Frank
to the Browers
and Nikki. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time.
Are you gonna read her comment?
She said, "Yeah, go to sleep, y'all. I'm out 1,000. Love you guys.
All right, guys.
Mwah.
It was awesome. And now your mama knows.